Hey guys, Prowl 1701 here, and today we're going to be reviewing episode 2 of The Romans, All Roads Lead to Rome. I liked this one, and I'd been hesitant about getting back started with it because part 1 was kind of to me, and that's why I went ahead and watched Planet of Fire between them. But having just finished Planet of Fire and jumped back into this, it's interesting just how different stuff was filmed in the 80s and stuff was filmed in the 60s for Doctor Who. Because 60s Doctor Who really is almost like a teleplay. You know, I've heard people in the comments mention this before, and they're very right, especially with the first Doctor, especially with historicals. I feel like I'm watching teleplays a lot. And I really liked episode 2 a lot. I especially enjoyed, like, the first 4 minutes when the first Doctor's being attacked by that one soldier, the assassin. I love that scene. I almost had to take a break and just do a video about that scene because I loved it. The fact Hartnell's ready for him. He starts fighting, he hits him with the little lyre instrument and then splashes water on him, wraps him up in a blanket. He's having a good old time. And then he catches him and flips him, does like his judo-like flip. And I'm sitting here going, one, your 3 is showing. Because it's very much this Pertwee style flip. And I'm like, man, I'm watching the first Doctor whooping ass. And then Vicky comes and is about to hit him over the head when the guy just kind of jumps out the window to escape. And I love how the Doctor's just like, what did you have to come in for and ruin everything? I had him all softened up right where I wanted it. I absolutely love that scene. I loved it. And he's talking to her like, well, what about, I should talk to the Centurion who sent us here. And the first Doctor's like, oh, no, he's probably the one who sent him to kill us. Which he's right. That one Centurion they met at the end of episode 1 is trying to assassinate him. And I like that the first Doctor just has that already figured out. And he's probably the one who sent him. I like how he talks about, too, I'm so used to having to outwit my enemies. Forgot how nice it is just to have a good round of fisticuffs every now and then. Fisticuffs. Something about that phrase, fisticuffs. Sounds all prim and British and proper. We shall engage in a round of fisticuffs. I loved that scene. It's like 4 minutes. But I absolutely loved it. So right from the get-go, I was very into this episode. I was absolutely loving that. I like the stuff going on with Barbara, how Barbara's helping the one woman in the cell. And she's about to go up to the option, and the bald-headed guy is trying to buy her to protect her because, at least so far, it looks like he likes the fact that she's kind and she shows compassion. At least he claims that's why he bought her, that she was trying to care for someone else when most people would have worried about caring for themselves. So I haven't figured out whether the bald guy is actually good or not yet. The actor playing him is playing him really well. I like the scene with Ian on the boat with the other guy when they're rowing. That actually looks really well done. I like the set there. And then when, of course, Ian's trying to find a way to escape. And then when that doesn't work, when they get caught in the storm, that's done really well. That's edited together really well. I like how they edit in the footage of the boat, like, rowing on sea. And then footage of, like, storms and water crashing across the mountains and lightning strikes. And then, of course, they edit that in with the studio footage. And you see water splashing in on everybody. Which looks like they're just buckets of water being tossed on them. And the timber falling down. That's very effective. It actually works, especially in black and white. I think if this was in color, it wouldn't work as well, but being in black and white is the perfect medium for that. It actually, it's very, very effective, I think, for this low-budget show. It pulls off, to me, that they're in a storm and they're you know, in what happens to be a shipwreck, or a shipwreck happens right afterwards. I think that's executed really, really well. I was quite impressed with that scene. And then seeing Ian washed up on the shore and the one guy that he kind of helped sticking with him and breaking the chains off. I like, they're an interesting little duo together. And then the encounter with Nero with the Doctor is pretty neat. I like how the Doctor is able to manipulate that situation where he doesn't really have to play, since he can't actually play the lyre like the guy he's impersonating can. And how Nero's just very, it's all about me, I'm special and I'm amazing. And the guy playing Nero pulls that off perfectly. And how the Doctor uses that to his advantage. Oh, I couldn't certainly play as well as you, Majesty. You're right, so true. I enjoyed that scene. I thought that was really well done. It's interesting how the Doctor and Barbara keep missing each other. Like, they miss each other right when she gets auctioned because the Doctor and Vicky leave right before Barbara comes up. And then when the bald guy is talking to Barbara, and he almost has the Doctor come in, but instead he goes out and meets the Doctor, they almost meet there. So they just kind of barely keep missing each other, which is kind of funny. Not quite like 10th Doctor Donna funny in Partners in Crime, which is meant to be funny, but still a little amusing. And then the cliffhanger was pretty good. I enjoyed that, which it escapes me what it was, actually. I just got finished watching it, but my mind just went blank on it. But I remember I liked it. But yeah, I liked this episode a lot more than part 1. Maybe it's just where I was mentally when I started watching part 1, because I've watched so much of the first Doctor lately. Maybe I needed a little break, and watching Planet of Fire helped cleanse the palate a little bit. But I really enjoyed part 2. Like I said, that first scene when the Doctor deals with the assassin is awesome. I love that scene. And so I was in a good mood just from that. And then I just enjoyed the rest of it as it went on. I thought it was a really, really good episode. I was pumped for it, to say. I'm actually excited for part 3 now, where after finishing part 1, I was like, God, I got 3 more episodes to go. Now I'm like, man, I'm looking forward to jumping back into part 3. I'll probably watch it not long after I finish this video. So yeah, I really liked All Roads Lead to Rome, especially that first scene. And the shipwreck with Ian was really good too, when they're on the ship as it's getting sunk. That's pretty cool. So, the second episode of The Romans, what do you think of it? What do you think of The Romans? Comment down below and let me know, because I always enjoy hearing from you guys. Other things to do, click the like button and the subscribe button. That helps me out, helps me grow the channel. I am trying to reach 800 subscribers right now. That's my next goal. I also have a Patreon if you would like to support me that way. There's a link to that down in the description below, as is a link to my Amazon wish list, which I update regularly. Just added Planet of Fire to that recently. I want to see the special edition. And then I also have a P.O. box as well if there's anything you would like to send me. Most importantly, though, thank you for watching.